Hi there, and welcome to another update from the Fire Brigades Union. My name's Gabby and I work for the FBU Communications team. And today I'm joined by Matt Wrack, FBU General Secretary outside of Westminster, following the budget announcement by Rachel Reeves, which we're here to talk about. Okay, Matt, to start off with, what is the autumn budget and why is it important? Can you explain that to members?
The budget is, as it says, it's the government's plans for how much they're going to raise through taxation and borrowing, and then how much they're going to spend, both in terms of day-to-day spending, and then one of the debates in the advance of this budget is how much they're going to be investing for the longer term. So that's what the budget is there for. It's an important part. It's not the whole picture of what government finances are going to deliver, but it's a big important part of the jigsaw.
Absolutely. And what's the Fire Brigades Union been doing the lead up to the budget to campaign for funding in the Fire and Rescue Service?
We've been campaigning since before the general election and afterwards with the new government to make the case for investment in public services, and that workers need a pay rise, frankly, that workers across the public sector and firefighters need their pay to be addressed after 14 years of austerity and a squeeze on living standards. The union held a rally here and a lobby of Parliament just a couple of weeks ago. Many members have participated in that, and members have also been emailing or contacting their own local MP as part of that process. So we've been campaigning in the run up to the budget, and of course I need to be clear that this doesn't stop here. This is not the end of the process.
Absolutely. I think there's lots of members who are watching who remember that rally, who took part in that rally and lobbying and have been active since then. So what are the main takeaways from the Chancellor's budget announcement and what are your thoughts on it?
Well, look, I think there's some things that we will welcome in this budget. There's the increase in the minimum wage. There's a slight easing of the squeeze on public spending, some increase in departmental spending. We don't know how that will feed through in detail, and we don't know how that will feed through currently into the Fire and Rescue Service. And above all, we don't know how all this feeds through into terms of people's pay packets and what happens to people's wages next year, for example. So there's still a lot of detail to be filled in. But some of it is welcome. Some of it is, I think, a bit disappointing. To boast that corporation tax will stay the same for the duration of this Parliament is not something that I would welcome at all. Britain has one of the lowest rates of corporation tax in the advanced economies, and those corporations have done very well out of the past 14 years, while workers have suffered a squeeze on living standards. So things could have been done to turn the tide, and that opportunity has not been taken. So I think the message for our members is this is just the start of campaigning. We need to carry on that campaign into the new year as the government prepares for its spring spending review, which I think will provide more detail for the fire service and for other public services into next year and beyond.
So what can members do in the lead up to that spring budget?
So the members, I think, need to carry on putting the pressure on MPs. We need to carry on making the case for investment in the fire service. The spending review, which will take place in the spring, is an important part of that, because that will give a longer term assessment of what is going to happen to public services, including the Fire and Rescue Service, over the next 2 or 3 years. And that's, if you like, the next part of the jigsaw of how we make the case for our jobs, for Fire and Rescue Service, and for our pay.
That's great. Thank you for that update, Matt, for members. If you enjoyed this update and want further updates, you can find us on our website, which is www.fbu.org.uk, where we give updates on latest news and campaigns, or you can follow us on social media, which is our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at FBU National. Thanks very much, Matt.
Thanks, Gabby, and thanks, everyone.